Nous sommes le 21 juin, premier jour de l'été. La toundra s'empresse de retirer son manteau hivernal. Alors que la nature reprend son cours, nous, en humbles visiteurs, prenons nos marques dans cet environnement qui sera notre habitat pour les 6 prochaines semaines. Aucun sentier, aucune route, aucun pont, aucune infrastructure touristique. L'équivalent d'1/8 de la France laissé à l'état sauvage, à l'état brut. Nous voici enfin dans le refuge faunique arctique. Notre itinéraire nous fait traverser du nord au sud la Range, cette chaîne de montagnes qui coupe l'Alaska d'est en ouest. Nous avons devant nous 15 jours de marche pour découvrir ce que les locaux nomment tout simplement leur refuge. Les premiers jours sont une épreuve physique et morale. Avancer sur le sol spongieux et chaotique de la toundra est un vrai calvaire. Nous ne tardons pas à comprendre que les rivières sont les artères de l'Arctique. Malgré nos tout juste 15 km par jour, nous sommes dans les temps. Nous entamons maintenant la longue descente sur le versant sud de la Range. La rivière Gwich'in pourrait nous mener sans trop d'efforts jusqu'à Arctic Village. Et nous préférons la voie de la terre. Moins rapide, mais beaucoup plus variée.
Les Gwich'in sont les descendants des Premières Nations installées en Amérique du Nord. Ils sont environ 9000 à vivre en Alaska et dans le nord-ouest du Canada, répartis dans 15 communautés, chacune ayant son gouvernement tribal. Arctic Village est l'une de ces communautés. Elle compte 150 habitants, dont un tiers d'enfants.
I'm not from any one specific place because as a Gwich'in nation we're all pretty much most of the interior Alaska and a good portion of Yukon Territory. Originally, we started out as hunter-gatherers, and we migrate. And during the winter, we stay up in the hills. Summertime, we go down to a camp vacation. And the camp today is mostly those villages.
Live off the land most of the time. At the same time, we still had to live in the Western world, so we're kind of right in the middle.
We still practice our way of life. It's still an integral part of our culture. So we've adapted a lot of the modern ways. It's just better tools, easier way of life. But we're still there.
You know, there's not much money or anything around here, but you look at the big scope of things. This is a rich lifestyle that we live here. There was almost everything that we eat is from off the land, and that's the way we want to continue to have it.
Caribou lake and boots. It's the most popular one and it's most warm. It's a lake and skin right here. We kind of scrape it down with ivory soap and make it soft. When I have a lot of meat, I hang them up over here. And I mix smoke in here with wood and everything like that. Or this one, they're good medicine. We heat it up and we get it all melted and kind of hot. Then we put it on the wound that where it needs to be healed. And then this moss you see, we have a lot of use for it. Toilet paper.
Year 60 in nothing, just little, sometimes grass, willows, that's all, little short tree. We see long ways. Now we can't even see the house next door to me now.
One thing with all this vegetation that's happening and all that right now, you know, it's gotten so bad up there that caribou we don't go through there anymore in the summertime. Of course they'll do that in the wintertime because there's no leaves and all that. But what is it going to happen if it happens up there?
Caribou, you know, it's an issue here on this Arctic refuge, but most people don't even know about it, or they can't take it seriously. They don't see that that's somebody's food source.
We lost a lot of lakes, drain out because permafrost melts, and then the water run off, and then leaves a vacant space because that's used to hold the land.
When we were kids, that's what we used to keep our meat cold. You know, just stick a moss behind a brush and the ice will be right there.
This climate change thing, you know, we're just a few people, but we can see the results because we live here.
There's hardly any ducks in this area either. When I grew up, there's a lot of them all over, lots of them. But then now it's we don't know what happened to it. We're kind of afraid this might happen to the caribou and moose and sheep we depend on, and then we're going to be really in trouble if we lost all that.
We did have muskox in this area, and now we don't because of climate change. It's not like we're in peril for starving food, but it's one source, and we'll probably see the end of the polar bear in my lifetime. You know, these animals have been here for probably millions of years before we came here, and now they're going away. It's just the reality of it.
Après 6 jours passés avec les Gwich'in, nous reprenons la marche en direction du nord, sur les traces des caribous.
All that migration route and all that leads to one place and comes from one place. And that's that area up there where they want to drill oil.
If you're Gwich'in, you are raised to protect the coastal plain. To our people, it's called lit, and that's the sacred place where life begins.
They go up there to have their young. All those caribou, that's where they take their first breath of air, their first bite to eat, right there. And it must be just perfect for them because year after year after year, they keep going back there.
Yeah.
By that time, the pipeline start. The pipeline start. We have caribou come around all the time, winter time, summertime. In 4 years, we didn't see caribou because of that pipeline. It's far out, but the caribou know it.
Since the pipeline start, and then we thought maybe there's going to be a lot of money for our state of Alaska. Last 40 years, I don't know what happened to all that money.
State is getting peanuts from their oil. Not only from their oil, but when they're mining and they're fishing and their timber industry, all that. It's just a mass rip-off by big company.
Modern way of thinking that they can go in and dig it all up, tear it all out, get what they need, and then try to put it back. There's no putting it back. It'll take years, generations, before it actually go back to where.
The porcupine caribou herd is still healthy in numbers because there's no drilling in the...
Nature can only provide so much. After that, it's destruction.
Nous voici enfin arrivés sur la plaine côtière. Désert en apparence, mais idylle pour qui sait s'y adapter. Ce lieu sacré où tout commence et tout finit.
I hope people will take it seriously that climate change is happening and we must do something.
We can't change what goes on, but we can slow it down.
We have to say something, we have to talk about rights.
More your talk and more coming back to you.
It's the world of nature that we're going to support, and the world of nature is the one that's going to survive too.
Mother Nature will not change her rules to save you.
This is not only an indigenous issue, this is a people's issue. If anybody has children, or if anybody knows children, has niece, nephew, then it's your responsibility to leave a healthy planet for them.
I'll do anything for kids. I'll do anything for kids, not just a few of them, all of them.
Explain to them in school. They'll be part of the curriculum.
It's your land as much as our land.
Everybody can do something.
That would be a start, you know. We have to look at somewhere around 30, 40 years from now. It would be great. It would be big.
We need the cold weather.
Studying the history and the amount of effort that went into the war. Everybody, little kids would be doing things for the effort. Gathering paper or bottles or cans or anything that they could do to, and growing their own gardens and everything. It was a total commitment for a cause. And that's probably what it's going to take for the planet to everybody get doing something. I don't know what, but do something. Everybody can think of something to do. So.